Now from the Lone Star State in Houston, Texas, nighttime baseball from beautiful Minute Maid Park. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the New York Yankees and the Houston Astros. Stay tuned for Astros baseball. Miguel Melendez, the right-hander out of Puerto Rico, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
And fellows, these Astros entering play here tonight. They come in here hoping to make it 2 in a row as they broke a 3-game skid with a victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, you never know right here. Interleague game, when the weather gets cold, this could be a nice harbinger to what we're going to see in the Fall Classic right here. 2 first-place teams going to lock horns in a battle, and I'm jacked up.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. Comes in today leading the American League in batting for the season. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Digging in now for the Yankees, Christian Bethancourt. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Hit hard. Oh, and this hits the bag at second base. And that's through for a hit. The 2-out hit will bring Adrian Beltre to the plate now.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, as he lifts it in the air to right field. Cruz has a read on it, and that retires the side. 1 left for the... German Marquez is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. What's your take on him, Dan?
This guy's one of the most dominant pitchers in the game. And how dominant? Picked up a double-digit strikeout total in his last start. And hopefully he'll bring that A game with him in the ballpark for this one.
And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is why we do what we do. 2 first-place teams going to go at it today. Don't know how this is going to shake out. Is this playoff baseball? Come early a little bit. Interested to see how the managers go about it. We got some stars out on the field today.
Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Dero, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Yeah, Matty, this team poses a lot of problems offensively. This is a scary lineup because they can beat you in a variety of ways. Not only do they have power in the middle of the order, but a ton of speed that can put some serious pressure on the defense.
Striding forward, Jonathan Villar, as he's been in a pretty good stretch over the last 10 or so ball games. In there, and it's 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. Just foul.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Villar. 1 out, nobody on. And a fastball flew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Missed with a slider.
You want to talk about setting a tone and getting your teammates relaxed? That's exactly what this pitcher did, coming in and punching tickets. First 2 batters of the game.
Hit down the third base line, but a foul ball. 1-1. The 1-1 home. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit if he was able to keep his...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. Here's Didi Gregorius. He'll lead it off here to begin the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So a base hit to kick things off here, and there's a man aboard to start out their half of the second.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher, when you can't go one way. When you pitch a guy in, he pulls it. When you throw it away, he hits it the other way. He's having that ability right now just to be able to get the barrel to it, and he's having a real strong beginning to this season.
Gregorius aboard here at first with nobody out. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Belt, and they turn to a double play. Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A bouncer up the middle. Beckham fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's Nelson Cruz now, coming off a season in which he was named the American League's Silver Slugger at DH. First offering on its way. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though, that fastball that's high in the zone.
The windup and the 0-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there, and even though this is one of the best hitters around, he waved right through it.
Hit toward the right side, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
At the knees, strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Next pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
None out, runners at first and second. Hit hard on the ground to the right, and that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Ball and a strike. Cruz, the runner at third. Davis at second. Belt at first with no outs. This is lifted out to left. Saunders has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And the throw comes in, and all three runners are forced to hold on with one away now. Coming to the plate now, Tim Beckham. And he can give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Would have been a grand slam. Instead, it's a foul ball. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Just hung in there on that one. Bottom of the second here with no score. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Striding in for Houston, Freddie Galvis. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Ready with another 0-2. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. Back-to-back strikeout. Next for New York, Michael Saunders. And he's seen his numbers on the rise here over the last 5 games or so. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a knee-high fastball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Liner toward right center. But this will be run down out there in the alley. A nice play by the center fielder for the first out. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Sergio Crespo, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Xander Bogaerts. First delivery to him on the way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hamilton is under it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Center fielder number 13.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Lorenzo Cain. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. Such a nice piece of hit. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Standing in now, Christian Bethancourt, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning. Striding in once again, Billy Hamilton. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And that one just missed outside. The 1-0. Misses for the second ball. Now the 2-0. 3-0 now. Jonathan Villar is on deck. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. The 3-1. Down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. is put in play to the right side of the infield. He's got to hurry, and that's the first out.
The batter, number 8.
Ready for another chance. Jonathan Villar. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Villar, a 6'1" left-handed hitter, but throws right-handed. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, I think if you ask this guy honestly how his season's gone so far, he'd tell you he's not happy with it. It's been kind of an average year for him, but he has time to get hot and make that salary push.
Here's Chris Bryant now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. The windup and the 0-1. And it's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Astros digging in to try it again. Adrian Beltre as we begin the top of the 4th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. 1 sec as that ball is into the gap in right center. Should be good for at least 2 bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. So he's into scoring position here on that double that kicks off the 4th inning. And as that graphic shows us, he currently leads the Yankees in that category. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Didi Gregorius. And he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
And Beckham's throw is in time at first, 1 away. He's set, and the pitch. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And there are 2 away now. Now batting, Nick Markakis. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch on its way. Hit on the ground out to short. Oh, what a stop on the slide. He goes to first. It's in time. Here's Nelson Cruz now. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
Now a swing and a ground ball, and that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
All right, let's see if that leadoff single gets them going right now. They've taken it on the chin for most of this game, being a little passive at the plate in their approach. Let's see if that starts them off and they start to go more ambush tactics.
A runner at first with no outs here. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
These guys are in perfect position to break through right here and to take the lead. There is without question nothing tougher than back-to-back singles. You don't know if they're going to bunt. You don't know. They can do so. They have so many options at their disposal right now.
A base hit in his first trip. the 0-2 home. And this one's in the dirt. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. 2 on here with 1 man out. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. And that misses. 1-1. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. In there, 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Takes this the other way to right, and that is into right field, a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only 1 away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Chase Simmons answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Strike 1 to start the at-bat.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
So he got him swinging. Tim Beckham becomes out number 2 this inning.
Ready.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. Cruz on third. Davis on second. Molina at first. 2 out in the inning. Bogarts has it on the first, and the Astros can't. Here's Michael Saunders now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Now at the plate, Sergio Crespo. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Line softly out toward left center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single with 1 away.
Everybody needs a little love in their life right there. Nice piece of hit. Gets you some right there. A little soft liner. He definitely wasn't on that baseball, but he got a little luck involved, a little love, and that thing found a hole right there into the outfield. Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes. Aggressive style. First pitch. Base hit up the middle.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. He swings and sends a bullet to right field, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the 2nd out. Ready for another shot now. Christian Bethancourt, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Line drive to center field, and that's in there. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. And it's there, but it's dropped at the plate. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, it's been tough to score in this one so far through the 5th inning, but that RBI base hit right there is a nice breakthrough.
Yeah, it's been a great pitcher's duel up until this point. They've been executing on the bump without question, but that RBI knock right there might set the tone for the later innings.
And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
Boy, you know, in today's game, D-Row, pitchers are being taught high velocity, go get ahead, strike 1. Boy, that didn't work in that situation.
Yeah, and guys have such put-away pitches, Dan. You don't want to go super deep in the count. Find yourself with 2 strikes on you, and here comes a nasty slider or a nasty split finger. He had an approach right there. He wanted to use an ambush tactic, and it worked.
On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. Little dribbler down the line. Beltre has to hurry, and Beltre throws on to first for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Jonathan Villar.
Ready once again, Jonathan Villar. He was a ground out victim last time up. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. No runs on 6 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros at this point. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Oh, and they pull the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
Up next for the Astros.
First offering on its way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Ready once again, Victor Rivera. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Victor Rivera.
Liner toward right center. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
That was a pretty good fastball, and it almost got by him, but he's able to slap it in the gap in the right center field. Because of the velocity off the bat, the outfielders couldn't cut it off in time and allowed him to cruise into second really easy.
Tyler Clippard takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning. Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. He gets it hard on the ground to the left. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
He pulls this one into right. That's in there. Base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Hey, D-Row, are you aware of this after that knock right there? That's an 11-game hitting streak. You think he knows it's at 11?
I think he knows exactly that it's at 11. It starts off innocent. You just want to get a few knocks to get the hitting coach off your back. Next thing you know, you wake up, you've been sleeping easy for almost a week.
Now, meanwhile, this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. 1 run is scored. And the stop sign will smartly go up at third as they hold the second runner, and they'll again be loaded with still nobody out.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He swings and grounds it to short. There's one on to Belt, and they turn to a double play. Striding in once again, Lorenzo Cain. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Has a look, now the pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Moving under it, Cruz, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4. Ready for another shot now, Nelson Cruz. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1, here it comes. Called strike over the outside corner. Swing and a foul tip, but that's held onto behind the plate. It's a strikeout for out number 1.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
Chris Davis comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Here's the 0-2. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing it that way.
And the throw in gets away from him. And he'll make it to third with a triple.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers think, and he's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Brandon Belt is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. And he throws a cutter right by him to take control. 1-2. Davis stands at 3rd with 1 gone in the inning. Oh, don't know how you lay off that one, but he did, and it's 2-2. Pulled toward right center field. Crespo is calling for it. 2 down.
Now batting, number 4, catcher, Yadier Molina.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
Here's the first pitch to him. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw in the dirt, but a good stupid first saves an error as this side is retired. 1 left for Houston. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Digging in and looking for more, Christian Bethancourt. And he'll get us started in what's officially the back 3rd of this one. Hit back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's given him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit. The relay throw, and he's safe.
Danny, how frustrating is this right here? 1st and 3rd, you got problems all over.
Well, you come right out of the dugout, right? You're starting and hitting pressure, expecting to have a 1-2-3 inning. You look up, and all of a sudden, 1st and 3rd, nobody out. It's time to make some good pitches.
Here's Didi Gregorius as he grounds 1 briskly to short. The 2nd for 1. On to 1st, a double play.
First baseman number 35.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Victor Rivera. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Hamilton is under it, and that retires the side. Ready for another chance? Tim Beckham. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Hit high and deep to right center. Kane on the move. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the 1st out of the inning.
The designated hitter.
Digging in to try it again. Freddie Galvis. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Slow roller back to the mound. Throw in time at 1st for out number 2.
The batter, number 6, center fielder.
So the Houston lineup turns over, and to the plate, Billy Hamilton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Pretty good slider out of him right there. That pitch is definitely a big reason why he's pitching so effectively right now.
Pulled toward right center field. Crespo over to his left, and that ends the inning. We'll see Nick Markakis when we come back.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Astros,
Here's Nick
28.
Markakis now, the right fielder. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Line drive to left. And Markakis has got himself a base hit. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Hey guys, that's an excellent piece of hitting right there. A good changeup down and away gives most batters problems. But trying to think the other way from an offensive standpoint, excellent job.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Michael Saunders is working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Liner in there for a base hit.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over him.
Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3-for-3 thus far. Cue shot here out towards short. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
And a dive out there in left center, but he can't come up with it. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 6-0 ball game. And now he'll try and scurry back to first, but the throw rings him out to dry. Bad base running mistake there for out number 1. First delivery to him on the way. Takes this the other way to right. And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's 7-0.
Up next for the Yankees.
Digging in once again, Christian Bethancourt. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. He's set. Here it comes. Hit the other way out toward right field. Moving under it, Cruz. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And they get the double play at third. So 2. Next up for the Astros, Jonathan Villar, 0-for-3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Line toward right center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Boy, this has been really frustrating. They're piling up the base hits, but they can't seem to get that one big knock to drive some runs in.
Yeah, and this can get frustrating for a team. Doesn't matter what your batting average is. The bottom line is W's and L's, and they got to find a way to get some runs. All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Chris Bryant sent packing for the 4th time in this one. Pushed softly over toward the right side. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch is strike 2 swinging.
Yeah, this guy's having a good day right there. You can tell he is all over. His timing is spot on. This pitching staff is going to have to find a way to attack him a little differently.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Chris Davis. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Changeup stayed low that time for ball 3. Now the 3-2 pitch is at the knees and called strike 3.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Brandon Belt is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Set to start the 9th now from Space City, Houston, Texas, as we continue our presentation of Major League Baseball on the show. Line toward the gap in left center, and Beltre's got himself a base hit.
Now batting.
In now is the Yankees DH, Didi Gregorius. He was a double play victim last time around. First offering on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. Gets dirty and gloves it. Wow. But they won't get two as he beats the relay to first. Coming to the plate now, Victor Rivera. He's 1 for 4 for the game. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. Flip of his glove for one. On to first, and you guessed it. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yadier Molina. And then what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Looks at a changeup that catches the corner. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? No, a little too much hook on it there. It's a foul ball. Hit the other way out toward right field. Markakis has a read on it. 2 gone. Digging in the switch hitter, Freddie Galvis. Well, the reliever remains in the game here, having pitched very well, but this is a longer outing than what he's used to.
It is, Matt, and I really tip my cap to him for gutting this thing out right now. On the other side, I worry they're being a little bit too greedy by leaving him out there. There are options left in the pen, and it would be a shame if all his hard work got undone because he started making some mistakes in location due to fatigue.
And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Yeah, and they know this is going to be a tough stretch on the road. To win the first game of the series has got to feel